What's good, bro? So I've lost over 15 pounds in the last year after struggling with being the fat kid for over 4 years. And in this video, I'm just gonna give you everything that I've learned on this journey so that you can start making progress just like that. So I'm not gonna give you any clickbait ass advice that everybody else gives you nowadays. First, I'm just gonna show you the real reason for why you've been struggling so much to make any progress. Then I'm gonna show you the two most important mindsets that if you didn't know before, this is probably the reason that you stopped making progress. And lastly, I'm gonna show you the only workout and diet advice you're gonna need to start making progress and being consistent today. So, here's a quick disclaimer though. If you can't sit through a 15, 20, or 25-minute video with no edits on how to lose the fat, then you don't have a chance, bro. So do yourself a favor and close all the tabs on your screen and just give me your full attention for the next 15 or 20 minutes because I promise I'm going to make it worth it for you. So, first, I'm going to talk to you about why you've been struggling so much because I'm telling you right now, I literally struggled for 4 years, 4 entire years to make any progress. I would go through this cycle of me wanting to make progress, but then just thinking, oh, it's too hard. Oh, I can't do it. And ultimately, I just circle jerked myself for 4 years in the same exact position. So, here's the thing. The reason that you're probably struggling so much right now is that you want the easy way out. You want to shortcut this stuff. And because of this, you looked at these videos like how to get abs in 4 minutes, where it's just this skinny little white kid doing sit-ups. And you just don't make any progress. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to bullshit you. If there was an easy way to do this, I would tell you. I'm telling you, I've been struggling for 4 years with this. There is no shortcut. There is no little list of supplements you can take to melt the fat off instantly. There is none. And if there was, I swear I would tell you. And the reason that I struggled for years to not make any progress is simply because I didn't accept this. And the sooner that you accept that there is no shortcut, the sooner that you'll start making progress. Because let's just imagine that I snapped my fingers and boom, you lost all the fat. You went through liposuction and they vacuumed all the fat out of you. If you're not lying to yourself, you would lose it pretty much in 4 months. If you're not lying to yourself, after about 4 to 6 months of you getting the shortcut, you would lose all the progress again. You would be in the exact same position after eating your way back to being fat again. Because what you don't understand right now, this is crucial by the way, is that the thing about fat loss is it's not just about you running on the treadmill or you eating clean. All you need to do to lose the fat is just become he who can lose the fat. And this is the same reason why lottery winners and stuff, you'll hear about this on the news. There'll be this guy who wins 100 million and then he just loses it in 4 years. It's because he didn't go through the struggle. What a voice crack. He didn't go through the struggle of trying to make that progress. And because he got it the easy way out, he lost it just as quickly. And the thing is, the only way you're going to make progress is when you become he who can through going through the painful shit that develops you into he who can. So, this brings me on to the first important mindset now that you're going to have to know, which is pain is actually good for you. Because here's the thing. Most people want, again, as I said, the shortcut path. And so they'll go and watch these YouTube videos telling you, I found the easy way to lose fat. And they'll tell you do 5 sit-ups and you'll lose the fat, which doesn't work, of course. And what you actually need to know is that fat loss is actually a lot like an in-game store. If you can imagine it, imagine you're in an in-game store where there's this merchant in front of you and he has this diamond sword that you want. You need to trade some currency that you get through doing something else that will give you the sword. In the same way, fat loss is a lot like trading in an in-game store where imagine the merchant is like the universe. And instead of trading in diamond or gold or silver, you're trading in pain. And every single time you give in some pain, you sacrifice, and you do the hard work, you get a little bit of fat loss back. when you look at it this way, it makes so much sense because all the stuff that you don't like, all the stuff that you know you need to do are hard. Everything that goes, I'm not going to bullshit or like sugarcoat you. Working out is tough. Eating well is tough. And that's why nobody is able to make progress. If you really think about it, the bar is so low for you to stand out because nobody wants to do the hard shit. And so if you do it, you're going to surpass all of them. And I'm saying this with a smile on my face because this is the only stuff that you need to know. This is the stuff. This is the secret to losing fat. It's just you being okay with pain now because it just means pleasure later. There's a concept that I like to call delayed and instant pleasure, where when you do the instantly pleasurable stuff, let's be honest, eating the junk food isn't even that enjoyable because as soon as it's over, you're just hit with this wave of guilt and you just feel this sensation where you're like, damn, bro, I just made my future self hate me. And in the same way, when you do hard stuff now, future you is always watching and will be happy that you sacrificed for him. And so that's the first important mindset. But the second one that is just as important is you need to let this stuff come slowly. Because here's something that you really, really need to grasp. This isn't just a 2-week thing. Most people go about this stuff by saying, I'm going to go on a 4-week diet. But what that implies is that after the 4 weeks, you're going to go right back to the bad habits, which, motherfucker, it's not going to help. And what you truly need to understand is that the efforts that you put in today, let's say you work out today, they won't simply show themselves tomorrow. It's not like a video game where you click the button and you see the level bar grow. In fact, I'll tell you right now, today's work, you're gonna see the rewards in months. This isn't just a 2-week quick little diet. This is a transformation that's gonna take you a while. And so what you need to understand is that fat loss is almost like you're planting a seed right now. Imagine that you work out. It's almost like you took a seed and you planted it in a dirt and you watered it. When you wake up tomorrow, let's say there's a farmer and he plants a bunch of crops, and he wakes up tomorrow and sees no progress. Nothing happened. He's not gonna punch himself in the face and go, damn it, it's not gonna work, because he knows that this stuff takes a while. And after a few weeks of not seeing any progress, suddenly the plants are gonna grow and he's gonna be able to use the fruit that came from his effort. And so I don't want you to be that guy who's like, oh man, it's going to take too long to lose the fat. Because guess what? The time is going to pass by anyways. And what most people don't grasp is that you in a few years is going to look back at you right now and either be happy or be pissed off at what you did. And so you might as well make him happy by just doing the work. Be impatient with the efforts that you put in, but be patient with the results. Imagine if right now I'm at 20 subscribers and I posted this video and I saw tomorrow I only have 21 subscribers. I wouldn't be pissed off and smash my computer and say, oh man, it's not working, because I know that the efforts that I put in today, I'm only going to find in a few months from now, maybe even a year from now. And that's the most important mindset, number 2. So, now that we've gone through that, I have some notes here, by the way. I'm going to show you the only workout and diet advice that you're actually going to need if you want to make progress. Because when I was in the early stage, just like you, I fell for the clickbait-ass videos telling you, oh, do this workout diet, do this calorie intake, eat this thingy, eat kale soup every single day, do this workout. I saw all these different pieces of information online, and I'm telling you right now, all of that is bullshit. I don't want you to go through and watch any other fitness videos, because guess what? There are thousands of hours of content online about how to get into working out. But the problem with that is the people who you can imagine, the people who make those videos aren't making it for people at your stage. For you, you don't need to optimize your gains. The videos on how to work out are for the people who've already been working out for like 5 years, 10 years, and now they need to optimize how they work out to make more progress. But you right now don't need that. Now that you know the mindset for losing fat, the only constraint that you have, mark my words, is just consistency. And if we fix your consistency problem, you're gonna make progress, bro. So, I'm not gonna give you any advanced advice here because it's not gonna help you to know how to do a bicep curl. It's not gonna help you because you don't even work out yet, bro. So, let's not look at that. And let me instead show you how to work out consistently, how to stay consistent so you start making progress. And then maybe you'll think about, okay, let's get you into a gym and start doing more advanced stuff later. So now that you have your mindset, consistency is the only thing that you need. And consistency, if you don't know, is pretty much just you showing up every single day and doing the thing. But the problem that you're probably going through right now is that you'll stay consistent for a few days, but honestly, let's be honest, it's extremely difficult. Like, let's say you try and make yourself work out for half an hour. It is so hard. And it's really weird, right? You think there are people who can probably do that easily, but why is it so hard for me? Well, the reason that you're struggling so much with consistency is simply because you have the difficulty set too high right now. And let me explain this with another video game analogy. Imagine that you and your friend are in this new in-game world, and let's say you're both at level 5. Imagine how retarded you think your friend is if all of a sudden you rushed in at the level 50 boss trying to kill it. Mind you, he's only at level 5, and so after like landing 1 or 2 hits, he just gets one shot and dies. What you think is, bro, you need to level up first so you can then kill that final boss that's like level 50, right? But in the same way, every single time you try and work out, you're setting the bar at like level 50 when you're only at level 3. And what I mean by this is, I don't want you to try and work out for an hour a day or try and set this New Year's resolution to work out every single day at 6 a.m. and quit all the junk food. No. Because if you're only at level 3, it makes no sense to try and do level 50 stuff because you're gonna get demotivated. So what do you do instead? Well, what you need to understand is that if your bar is up here, you need to lower it to something that you're comfortable with. And this is where most people get this wrong. Because the actual advice you need to know is I want you to instead of just working out for half an hour and quitting, literally just work out for 5 minutes every single day. Just show up and do something. I'm not going to give you an advanced, do this workout. No, if you just showed up today and did 10 squats, that is progress. If you did 10 sit-ups, that is progress. When you do something, you're still getting a little bit of XP because instead of beating the level 50 boss, you're just beating the level 5 skeleton, which you're comfortable with. So, just do something and get some XP for the next few weeks. And what I want you to do is, if you search up right now this thing called a habit tracker, basically, it's just this thing that you tick off every single time you do a habit. What I want you to do is just take a piece of paper out and just write down like 7 or 14 boxes and write down exercise at the top. Every single time you just do 5 minutes of exercise, tick that box off for the day, and that is your 2 XP that you're getting. Stick this piece of paper up on your wall and you will become so much more consistent because after you work out for like 14 days, now you can increase it to maybe 10 minutes a day or 15 minutes a day. And slowly like that, we increase it. We don't start off at level 50, but at level 5, and then we work our way up. Now I'm going to talk about diet because this is the other thing that so many people overcomplicate like crazy, bro. And my elbow just cracked. What the fuck? What you need to know right now isn't what you should be eating. What most people online are going to tell you is, you should eat this superfood. You should eat this new diet, right? but you're never going to stay consistent on that because you and I know that that stuff is just BS that isn't even sustainable, right? Because the thing about you at your stage is it's not about you adding more foods in, but you just removing the bad foods that are making you fat. We don't want to simply add stuff in. We want to first remove the bad and instead just eat stuff that's slightly better and you'll make progress. And so there's two things that I have to say about diet that you need to know. And first is don't overcomplicate it. Don't look at any clickbait best diet for fat loss video. Literally just eat what your mom makes. It is that simple. If you just eat what your mom makes, it's probably healthier than chips and shit. And so you'll be more likely to lose the fat because it's healthier. So, this is your action step. Unsubscribe from any fitness videos telling you, oh, you should eat this diet, you should do this, because none of it works. Because if it did, everybody watching those videos would be fit. But they aren't. Now, here's the second part that I want to get to you about, which is your addictions to especially things like junk food. Because the problem that you're facing is simply that you are right now eating this stuff that you know is bad for you, but you still eat it. And if we solve this problem, you will start making progress easily. So, the thing with fat loss is that there's a lot of behaviors that have gotten you to be fat. And the biggest behavior is simply your junk food addiction. But the thing about your junk food addiction is that it's not actually the problem. It is a symptom of an underlying problem, which is you just have bad mental health. Because if you had amazing mental health, you wouldn't need junk food because you'd already be happy enough to resist it. But because your mental health is so fried from years of addiction, of not working out, of not even getting sunlight, you're going to use junk food to cope with that. So, there's a lot of stuff to unpack about mental health, but here's my action step for you. I have a video right now, I think it's titled watch this if you want to lose fat, where I basically just show you how to improve your mental health. And so your action step for this part is just go watch that video and improve your mental health. And so that's everything that you need to know to lose the fat. I am not BSing you. If you take all that advice that I gave you, when you actually take action on it, you will see progress and you will not be the same person that you are today. If you don't know me, by the way, my name's Atharv, and I just help teens struggling with fat loss and addictions to just make progress again. And if you want more videos just like this, go down and subscribe. And as always, my name's Atharv. See you soon, bro.